Cash is the next book in the wizenard series. Cash is the name of the boy. Uh, so with the other books like Rain and Pinot and Lab, all of them make an appearance in Rain's book because Rain is the first one. But I was kind of confused when I got to Cash until I realized that Cash is the nickname that they gave the quiet boy who showed up later. So that's fun. He's the new player. I do not remember what his name is. His actual name, Devon. His name is Devon. Remember that these are all black kids playing basketball and they're being taught by a magic coach who is called a wizenard. His name is Coach Rolabi. All of this is taking
I'm
place.
sorry.
What?
Wizardard?
Yeah, Wizardart. Don't worry about it. Um, all of this is taking place in like the not like not like in the country of Epoca, like where the book Epoca and Legacy and the Queen take place. Not it's not there. It's in our world, but Rolabi is from that world. So like he uses mana and all of that, and basketball is his sport and all that shit. Anyway, so uh Cash is never physically described for us in the other books, but now he is. He is a large boy. So large that it is an insecurity for him. Not large in the sense of like fat, but large in the sense of like just he's a big kid. Very big. Um, and we don't know what it is that's making him insecure and be quiet until the very end. And I quite enjoy that. Um, so in the beginning part when Rolabi throws the basketball to all of them and like their main insecurity is shown to them, all of the people in the court, like a bunch of people appear around Cash and or Devon and they start I'm going to use the names interchangeably. All of the people appear around Cash and start calling him dangerous and it freaks him the fuck out. Um, he lives with his sister and his parents and his nana, but I believe his nana is his grandmother, not his great grandmother. He wanted to quit doing basketball, but they asked him not to. I think he also words. I think he also was being homeschooled for the year because of whatever happened. Um, Yeah, Devon like Rolabi also like hosts like tryouts for them again. I These books all follow the same timeline. They're just from the perspective of each different character. It's just been 2 years, so in case you don't remember, I'm describing it for you. He has them do their tryouts, and during Devon's tryout, he thinks that this is how he's going to get out. And if you remember, there is a Rolabi's voice is like appearing to all of them in their heads, like asking them the main question about their insecurity. And Devon's is basically like, why have you put this cage around yourself? So that's his thing. Um, yeah, so they start doing their scrimmage and all of that, and Devon starts to like the team, and his nana tells him to be nice. Uh, I think it's Peno. It's either Peno or Peno. I don't remember. But that child is the nicest one to him. And Rolabi asks Devon why he wanted to join when they're doing the exercise with the flower. And that exercise is where they have to sit and watch the flower grow and Rolabi told them until something happens. Devon joined the team because he wants to stop being scared of himself. And Rolabi tells him that he needs to look into the darkness to find the light switch, which I like that. That's a fair analogy. Um, I think this book is very age appropriate for boys and girls around like 12, 13, up to probably 17, 18. I liked it, and I'm 23, so Devon understandably does not want to go into the darkness to find the light switch because that is not a very easy thing to do. It's just an appropriate metaphor. Also, he has Grana. In Epoca and Legacy and the Queen and the Wizardnard series, Grana is what gives people their magic. Like in Epoca, I can't remember the name of the girl, but the princess, when she does her shadow thing, that is her using her grana. It's just another fancy word for magic. Um, yeah. So it's at this point that we find out that Devon put himself in the cage because he hurt somebody. Still don't know why or how yet, but he hurt somebody. Um, he uses his full strength when they play the castle game, and it actually helps them win because they're also the only team that are actually working together. Because Rain's on the other team being a little shit at this point, he hasn't figured it out yet. Yeah, it's funny. You can actually trace the other characters' stories through each plot line because when Rain has his hissy fit, all of the characters comment on it because Rain throws a hissy fit. If you don't remember, Rain's whole thing was that he wanted to do everything by himself so that he could impress his father. Granted, his father also had not come home in like ever. So, trying to impress a ghost basically. Um yeah. Devon doesn't like Rain's hissy fits. And he starts to see them as his friends, though. And he still sees Rain as one of his friends despite the hissy fit. Uh, yeah. So, Devon can't ignore his own secrets, is what Rolabi tells him at this point. And then the part with the orb where, like, they're supposed to catch it and all of the other kids chase it, and Devon sits there and, like, just like lets it come to him and like faces his fears what the orb is supposed to represent. um the kid he attacked him because he insulted his family. Devon put him in the hospital. It was not, yeah, that's not great. That's why Devon was also being homeschooled. He hadn't been kicked out of school because in fairness that boy was a bully, but he himself was scared to go back to the school because Devon believed he was dangerous and a bad person. But he can overcome it. And during the mountain exercise, his walls go right back up, which is not great. But when they help each other, his walls start to come down again. And it's not going to be easy for Devon, but he just has to work on being social. Rolabi makes sure to tell him that like this is not going to be an automatic process. It's going to be hard, but at least you have your basketball team to help you because there's only like 6 or 7 of them. There aren't that many of them on the team. Um and Peño is the one who calls him Cash because he says he has to earn it. Peño is corny this entire time, and his book, I'm pretty sure, is the next book. So I can't wait. Is it? I keep pointing because the book is over there. It is. His book is the next book, so I can't wait to hear this shit from his perspective. I still think these books are cute. And Devon learns a really important message, which is like, you can't let others define you, but starting that journey isn't always easy. I hate it when people say that you're the only one in control of your happiness because you know what? No, you aren't necessarily, because if your parents and the people who are supposed to be your peers are not great to you, it kind of can impact the way you view things. I hate it when people say shit like that because it's not that easy. People who think happiness is a choice or sticks and stones fail to realize what a toll bullying can take on people, especially when it's coming from your own family. Like, everybody deals with things differently, and not knowing where to start is the worst part, but also starting is also the worst part. Um, also, everybody has mistakes. Some people have more violent mistakes than other people, but I don't think there are very few people in the world that I think are totally irredeemable. If you did not like assault somebody sexually or touch a child, I feel like there's probably some redeemability in you. Or like if you're not like a cannibal, I feel like there's probably some redeemability in you. But also an important thing to learn is that there will be people who forgive you and there will be people who never forgive you. And you kind of just have to learn to live with that, especially when you're one of the more violent individuals. You move on and you live your life and it's great. I think these books are would I think these this would be super great to read to children. I don't know if they'll let it because there's magic in it, and oh god, it's kind of struggle fiction because this book is kind of struggle fiction. All of them are poor except for like one kid. Oh God, it's struggle fiction, but it's not in the traditional sense because we're not talking about slavery and we're not dwelling on the fact that they're black. They're just kids playing basketball who happen to be poor, and black. But yeah, I think it's cute. I love it.